Hello everyone, this is my video response for the TheH0RR0Rman's Slashback challenge. And essentially what the Slashback challenge is every week Joe sets up a theme based on a slasher film, and then you find the film that fits the theme and you review it. Now last week it was slasher films that centered around parties. And this week the theme is slasher films that were produced from 2010 to the present. I actually missed out on last week because I couldn't find a film that I felt fit the parameters well enough. But I actually picked up a film on last Sunday, and I just finished watching it. So I'm going to review it real quick, and then I'll review this week's as well. All right, so first up we have Monster Party. And this film stars Robin Tunney, and she was in The Craft, and Lance Riddick, who was in Fringe. And this one's about a trio of friends that I guess they break into houses for a living. And one of the girls, well, the girl in the group, she has a side job working for a rich family, and they decide to do a score on the family. But it turns out that they bit off more than they can chew. I'm not going to get too much into this movie because there's some okay surprises in it, and there's a nice twist, which I don't want to really get into. But this is a really decent movie. It has decent gore in it. So if you like seeing people get hacked up and stuff, this is the film for you. I think this one just came out a few weeks ago. So I highly recommend this one. It's good to watch with some friends. So that was last week's movie. Now I'm going to get into this week's movie. I'm not sure. I think this film was produced like in 2016 or 17, and it's titled "You Are Not Alone." And the thing about this film, the main reason why I wanted to review this film for this challenge, is this is a POV movie. Now this has the same aesthetic as one of those found footage films, but it's not found footage. No one's holding a video camera in this movie. Well, there is in one scene, but it's nothing to do with the point of view. Essentially, you're viewing this movie through the eyes of the main character, which is the female who's coming back home for July 4th weekend. And she ends up getting stalked by a serial killer. Now, the main problem with this movie is, for the most part, it's pretty much mundane when you're watching it. So you get to see her come into town, talk to her brother, check out her old room. Then she essentially has lunch with her grandmother, and then she meets up with some friends. They do drugs. She goes to a party, and this takes up a lot of this movie. Like, I would say 3/4 of the movie. It isn't until the last 25 minutes that it turns into a horror film. It almost feels like this one feels like it's a student film. If it was up to me, what I would have done was I would have had it started right when the shit hit the fan. With people getting killed right away and a lot of screaming and stuff. Because this isn't a very long film, and a film like this could only be no more than 75 minutes. So I don't know. This one I can't recommend. So I'm gonna put a link to Joe's most recent video because he just uploaded it. I think it's Hellfest. So you can read his review for that. And if you want to play along, go ahead and make a video. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you in the next one.